Hey guys, how's it going? I just got finished seeing The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with my son, and I thought it was a really great movie. Now, this video review will contain spoilers, okay? That's your last warning, basically. If you don't want to see any spoilers, shut this video off, go watch kitten videos, and then come back after you see the movie to watch this review to see how wrong I am about the movie. Now, for the most part, I thought the movie was really great. Um, I thought it was long in places, um, but overall it was a pretty good movie. Now, when we start off with Spider-Man, Peter Parker, he's going around saving people in New York City just like he always does, but he keeps having visions of Gwen's father, Dennis Leary from the first movie, and it's starting to really play with his subconscious. Before though, for you who've seen the first one, before Gwen's dad died, he made Peter promise him to keep Gwen out of all the action stuff and all that. And it's a promise he made, but it's been kind of ignoring. He tries to break up with Gwen, then Gwen breaks up with him, and so they've got this estrangement in their relationship, which they kind of patch together. One thing I love about Marvel superheroes, they're not these great gods or anything like that. They're flawed. They have real human emotions, jealousy, anger. They don't always make the right decisions. I think that makes them a little bit more compelling than some of the other comic book heroes that we have out. Now, Jamie Foxx was fantastic in the movie as Electro. One of my big concerns about going into the movie, though, was there was going to be too many villains. And I have to say that concern was completely unfounded. The way they did the storyline, connecting the different villains together, was phenomenal. Rhino was not in it that much. I thought Rhino was going to be like a main character, and he wasn't. He just kind of shows up the last 5 minutes of the movie. He's a suit of armor. A lot of people got upset because he wasn't the mutated animal that he was in the comics. He's a suit of armor, which really there's only so many times you can play on the whole mutated animal thing. We already had Connors from the first film as Lizard, so Peter himself is a product of a mutated animals, spiders, so you can only do that so many times. The way they had Harry become the Green Goblin I thought was fantastic. The makeup on it was great. I don't know who that actor is that played Harry, but I thought he was really, really good. Even though at times I thought they're trying to do a young Leonardo DiCaprio. That's who they cast in that. Because he looked a lot like Leonardo DiCaprio did back in his younger days. Now, Jamie Foxx's Electro was great. I loved his character. He had a real human reason for hating Spider-Man. He was a shy, socially awkward electrical engineer that nobody liked, that seemed to get pushed around. He didn't seem to notice. Then you see the scene in his apartment where he's got this celebrity worship syndrome going on about Spider-Man. And what happens is Ida lets him down. Now, all of us at one time have had heroes in our past that have let us down. We find out that they're human, that they make mistakes, that they're not who we think they were. And he just takes it like a ton of bricks. Plus of the fact that he gets a little taste of attention and he loves it. So there's a reason why Max becomes Electro and he becomes a bad guy. Harry, his reason for becoming a bad guy was kind of out of necessity. He's dying of this disease that kills Norman Osborn in the movie, or so we think. And so, Harry has to do this in order to survive. He can't think of any other way, and of course it backfires and he has to become the Green Goblin in order to maintain whatever life he has. The ending of this film, it was brilliant. I thought it really set up a part 3 great. And the way they handled Gwen's death was both heartbreaking and, I think, appropriate. Anyone who has read the comic version, comic book for Spider-Man with Gwen Stacy, and it knows that she does not meet a good end. There is a reason why her and Mary Jane Watson had to come in to replace her. Some stories has her being killed off, like in this one. Some has her becoming a drug addict after she leaves Peter. It's Gwen does not have a good run. So that really wasn't surprising. I knew that was going to happen either in the second one or the third one. I suspected this one because they did hire an actress to play Mary Jane Watson, but then they said, okay, we're not going to go with that storyline quite yet. So I think they set that up for part 3 to bring in Mary Jane. All in all, though, the movie was great. Special effects were great. The music was phenomenal. I am going to get that soundtrack, definitely. But all in all, it was a great movie, and I can't wait to see the third one when it comes out in a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. Whenever Sony decides they need to do another one so they don't lose their license back to Marvel. Alright, well that's about it for tonight, and I will see you guys later on. Alright, bye.